say, hear me now. This is a soul fire production. Soul fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ.
'69th edition, As the Wheel Turns, a cycling show to keep cycling alive in Belize and update you with what's going on in cycling in Belize. Tonight, my co-host is missing, and he has his reason, but as the show goes along, we'll definitely get into that. But I want to welcome each and everyone. Thursday, a beautiful day in our Joel. I like to give little stories just before my show, and this one brought tears to my eyes. And I was speaking to one of my good friends from the States, and he mentioned he loves what we are doing here in Belize. You know, that's the way he sees cycling. And I won't call his name, but I'll give you his story. He
Reset the modem or?
I think I find out what the issue.
Mhm.
No, I did not turn it on. Let's see. Alright, no idea. Okay-ish. It looked like it ain't good. That disgusting. This is me connected to the Wi-Fi and the internet via the wire.
Mhm.
Yeah, green. I'm off the monitor. See that to keep it in green now. Alright, drop again. I want monitor for answer and I want to look at them. I want monitor for my phone too. No, seems to be good now. Like everybody says seems to be good now.
Okay.
That way, you get that feedback there, like say, right away.
Yes, is the stream breaking up or is it my internet feedback? Seems to be good now. Seems to be good.
Alright, we'll continue now with this.
Okay.
And what we have done our monitor and we'll pay attention to the comments because their feedback that way we could depend on to say how we did.
Okay, all right.
go through,
Mm.
yeah. So I guess you could ask me if give say if it's good for the entire. It's good now.
Sure, any thumbs up if
You good? Yeah. Yeah, I need thumbs up if it's good. Oh, I did live all this while?
That's why I don't know if it's similar there. Yes,
Yes, we work, but we just split it up about
Oh,
the
okay.
difficulties.
Okay, okay.
They
Yeah.
understanding, people
Yeah.
understanding.
That's the thing with life, you know. Life is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty strange
Yeah,
at that.
yeah.
At
Yeah.
the same time, but oh,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
So I can continue?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So I was getting to recapping races. Over the past weekend, the series had a Saturday morning race. In the junior, you had young Ivan Usher was first. Second was Jaheim Lewis. Third was Everett Matute. In the non-elite, it was Athlete Lozano and Philip Leslie. In 40 plus, D. Wade was first, second Valance Sims, and third was Henry Moreira. In the over 50, it was Fitzgerald Palace Joseph. In the over 60, it was Ray Catus. In the elite, Brandon Catus was first, Carlton Robinson second, Giovanni Lovell third, Dijon Hyde fourth, and Wasani Castro was in fifth position. Moving on to the Weekend Warriors on Sunday. Weekend Warriors had a race on Sunday. In the C category, it was Amiri Gonzalez first, second, Kedisha Francis, and third, Francois Avila. In the B category, Ray Catus first, second was Isaiah Willasey, and third was Mark Tasha. In the A category, it was Henry Moreira, second, Bob Gabriel, third, Wendell Williams Jr., fourth, Athlete Lozano, and in fifth place, Valance Sims. Griga Cycling Club had also have a race. In the A category, it was Dylan Levy. Second, Michael Wagner. In the B category, it was Anthony Martinez. Jahil Higino, I hope I pronounced that correct. Third was Tamran Morris. And in the female, it was young Arely Garden. And this morning, Mr. Guns had his exciting Thursday race as usual. Big up Mr. Guns. In the B category, I think John Burns was first and Mr. Jurgensen second. In the A category, it was Caden Penello, second, Valance Sims, and third was Herman Rekenia. And that rounds out the races held over the weekend. Coming up this Saturday is the C-Ray will have his Saturday race as usual. I guess a lot of the guys will be riding the big Alfred Parks race, so the weekend riders can come out, can take part and show on yourself. In the and then yes, the Alfred Parks Memorial Race, after the race we're going to talk about tonight, that's take place Sunday. A lot of riders have signed up, and then coming up shortly is the Reef Ride, right, Lex? Oceana Ride, Reef Ride, that's what his name. And what date is that? March 5th? March 5th, the Reef Ride coming up in March 5th. So that rounds out the races. So I'll take a short break, and when we return, I'll have guests in the house.
The family and friends of Alfred Parks, in collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Belize, proudly present Catch the Ball for Me. It's the first annual Alfred Parks Memorial Cycling Race. It's going down on Sunday, February 26th at 8 a.m. sharp. All of Belize's primetime riders will take off from the beautiful village of Cotton Tree, then head west, make a U-turn at the Santa Elena roundabout, then travel all the way to Belize City for the exciting finish, some 95 miles later in front of Leslie's Imports. This is an open race and there will be fabulous prizes along the route, including the coveted bull. There will be prizes for elite, masters, juniors, and females. Join us as we honor our very own two-time cross-country champion. Catch all the action live on ORDONEZ Bike Shop Facebook page. It's the first annual Alfred Parks Memorial Cycling Race on Sunday, February 26th. Proud sponsors include Racino's Imports Limited, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Transport, Belize Waste Control, Tropic Air, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, ORDONEZ Bike Shop, Project Jumpstart, the Ministry Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, Cellular World, Margarita Sports Bar, Benny's Home Center, La Robea Resort, Cahal Pet Resort, and the Honorable Millen Espat. The family and friends of Alfred Parks, in collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Belize, proudly present Catch the Ball for Me. It's the first annual Alfred Parks Memorial Cycling Race. It's going down on Sunday, February 26th at 8 a.m. sharp. All of Belize's primetime riders will take off from the beautiful village of Cotton Tree, then head west, make a U-turn at the Santa Elena roundabout, then travel all the way to Belize City for the exciting finish, some 95 miles later in front of Leslie's Imports. This is an open race and there will be fabulous prizes along the route, including the coveted bull. There will be prizes for elite, masters, juniors, and females. Join us as we honor our very own two-time cross-country champion. Catch all the action live on ORDONEZ Bike Shop Facebook page. It's the first annual Alfred Parks Memorial Cycling Race on Sunday, February 26th. Proud sponsors include Racino's Imports Limited, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Transport, Belize Waste Control, Tropic Air, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, ORDONEZ Bike Shop, Project Jumpstart, the Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, Cellular World, Margarita Sports Bar, Benny's Home Center, La Robea Resort, Cahal Pet Resort, and the Honorable Millen Espat. The family and friends of Alfred Parks.
Welcome back, folks. We have guests in studios tonight. I'll let them introduce themselves. They are all guests. I'm the only, and I have no co-host tonight, so it's all guests. Good night, Mr.
Lincoln Phillips, one of the organizers of the Alfred Parks Memorial Race. Catch the ball for me.
Rita Thompson, sidekick, not an organizer.
Alan Will, former co-host, but tonight here representing the Cycling Federation of Belize. I'm the secretary for the federation.
So,
Good night.
coming up Sunday, guys, this huge, massive event. But just before I get into the show, I mean, to talking about the prizes and everything and the sponsors, we have a little dilemma. The reason why Fitzgerald is not here, because he is not happy with the decision that was made that no foreigners is not able to ride. And he said that on the show, we were saying that the race was open. And I've been taking a lot of heat to say that I knew, and I'm here to tell people I have no idea. I thought it was open.
I am glad that we have foreigners that want to participate in our race. However, when we started this, this race is really to honor the legacy of Alfred Parks, two-time cross-country champion, which did participate in a lot of races overseas also, but at the same time, I don't want to bring in riders that are going to be pro, and we talk about pro when we so if I bring those in, you telling me I can bring in like Egan Bernal, Tadej Pogacar, and that would be okay for my race, and I don't think that is advancing cycling in Belize if we bring those type of riders in. And the level of the guys that we saw that was coming in, one of them has a contract, has gotten an offer to go and ride in Europe. That's next level. That's next level. So the decision was made 2 days ago to let's keep this race local for all our Belize guys who are getting ready for annual Holy Saturday race. it's too bad that we did not articulate properly. It's open, and I'll take the heat for that. We are planning to have more of this race. This is our first go around. Myself being in the United States and working with the committee here, we did not have anyone from the local association until last week to talk to. So we were going by what we thought was, we were trying to make the best decision at the time. And some of those decisions, some people don't like. We don't all agree with some of the decision. There was, in our association, in our little group, there was some stuff that I didn't agree with, but in the end, I went with what everyone else want, and that's what we are going with right now, right? If those guys had registered, it would have been a different story. They have not registered, so, you know, that's where I stand with it. I think Rita stand there. Or Luke, if we bring those guys in, from the time they hit Rolling Creek, the race is over. And then I will not only have to talk to Mr. Palace or someone else, or other people that are mad, I would have to talk to the whole community of Belize and be like, but this race was for Alfred Parks, local Belize people. And I understand where Palace is coming, where we and other people are coming from, that they want to advance cycling in Belize. That's the reason why I am involved right now, to advance cycling in Belize and make it better. There's stuff that we are announcing, some initiative that Rita and I have taken, prizes that we are giving out that has never been done before. So yeah, right now it doesn't feel good that we are not having those riders in our race, but I think our local guys will really appreciate, and we will see fireworks from these guys. I expect it with the prizes that we are going to talk about and that we are giving. So that's where I stand. Anything
Yeah. Alan, your purpose here, you are representing the Cycling Federation and talking about foreigners. You go by a guideline. You want to share that with the general?
Yeah, we have a guideline.
Quickly flip it off on once more. Sorry.
Hold on. Okay, this is to fix my mic. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, just listening
On and off,
Yeah,
or off
sure.
and on.
Okay.
You hearing me?
Not too good still, to be honest. But our is let me see. Go ahead.
Okay.
Check. I want that.
Try it again.
All right, that's
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Andrew. Actually, the federation has from time to time amended their policy with regards to foreign participation in our local races. And the current policy, which has been in place for several years now, is that we permit foreigners up to a particular level. And so it requires some vetting to ensure that the riders who want to come aren't above that, level. And then we limit the size of the foreign teams. We do that, we believe, because we want fair competition. We don't want the foreigners to be head and shoulders above what the local level is. And that is for the majority of races. So the level that we look at is anything below UCI professional level. There are teams around the world called continental teams, UCI continental teams, and there are UCI pro teams, and there are what's called world tour teams. The world tour are the very highest. Those are the ones you see in the Tour de France and the Giro of Italy and the Vuelta of Spain. The very highest level, and the ones just below them are the UCI Pro teams, and the one just below that are the Continental teams. All those are considered pros, and we consider them to be UCI pros. Those are the names of riders on teams that are registered as professionals with the UCI. Those are the ones that we do not allow in our races. And anybody else who is not on one of those 3 levels of teams, we do allow. But we also have a rule that we don't permit foreign teams larger than 3 men inside. For women, 2 women for a foreign team, because our field of women are so small. So that is the rules that we have. And it is designed to bring competition that is stiff and fierce, but not too high above the level of our local riders. And it is nice and good to say bring on the world, but we also have to be realistic, and we have fans, we have a whole nation of people who enjoy the races and who want to see that the Belizeans stand a chance. And so we believe that those rules are in place in order to give Belize a chance. So yes, that is the rule.
I think bringing those,
Because 4 of them.
if we had brought those 4 guys, the team that I think we would have had to have together was with a Oscar, a Jocelyn, and 2 more 4 top guys like Pope and another guy to just hold those guys. We would need a team comparable like that, right? And that's not what we have. Hey, I think our local guys are going to be great for the Alfred Parks Memorial Race. I think we are going to see fireworks, and come Holy Saturday, this goal just prepare. We are trying to get them ready, and that's my goal, right? Next year, when we have this race again, we can invite them. Let's see.
And Andrew, I would like to add, the Federation is really grateful for Mr. Lincoln, Miss Rita. Without them, there would be no big race going on this weekend. So there's a big controversy right now about whether we let in the foreigner that wants to come or not. The fact is there's going to be a big event on Sunday with a lot of prizes out there to be won, and that will be an exciting race. And we love the partnership with the family of Alfred Parks. I was mentioning to Lincoln, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I'm an old man, so I'm losing my memory, but I was mentioning to him that in the peloton nowadays, you hear the guys, the young riders, they reminisce about Charlie Lewis and Jermaine. And right now, there was the horrific accident that happened to Marlon Castillo, and it caused people to talk about the great years. Although he never won a cross country, I consider him to be one of the greats of Belizean cycling, Marlon Castillo. These are the people that this current generation talk about. We talk about the generation that is just before them. If not for Lincoln and Rita, and if not for this race on Sunday, we have a lot of young riders who don't know the history of Alfred Parks. And there are others like him, Holiday and the Mogale brothers, they hear about it, but Hutchison and many more. Yeah. So we could go on with those names. I was mentioning how much I appreciate that we bring up a race like this. It has a lot of prizes, it's going to be exciting, and it helps to restore some of the memories, especially that the older people have, but that the young people need to learn about this rich tradition of cross country It doesn't only go back 10, 15 years, we go back to 1928. And again, it would be nice to have foreigners, but this is the first time running of the race. We as a federation are working along with Lincoln and Rita. We accept the decisions that they make, and we're going to work with them to make it the biggest event that it can be. And it'll be bigger in the future. And I would like to add something else, Andrew, if you'll allow me. I don't want to take over your show.
No.
But let me tell you, this, I used to be a co-host.
Still are, right?
I thought you was today. I would like to mention, there is maybe a time and a place for having a race that's open to anyone and everyone. And I can tell you there was a time in 2008 where Roque Matos had the M&M Tour of Belize, where he had 2 professional teams from Mexico, Tecos and Canels. They were at the time UCI Continental teams. We had the Guatemala national team. Actually, we even had the United States under 23 national team here in Belize racing. Santino's brought in 4 top guys to join his Santino's team to make a formidable team. And we had high-level competition. I believe a Chilean won the race. I don't remember the guy's name, but a Chilean won the race. I think Marlon Castillo was right there with him. And the Chilean who won ended up racing in Europe, and I believe he ended up racing even not the Tour de France, but as big as the Vuelta of España and the Giro d'Italia. There is a time and place to have these spectacles for the Belizean public to see what the highest level of racing is. And really, if you open the race and say anybody, bring the best, bring all the teams that we can get, it is not so much for the Belizeans to compete with them. It is really just to put on a show. It's like when we bring in the Jamaican artists to do concerts. We just want the Belizeans to enjoy the best that's out there, the best that the world has to offer. There is a time and place for that. Right now with these boys preparing for cross country, maybe it's not. Maybe it's time to have them have competition that is in their level. So I'm not saying necessarily one way or the other whether it should be foreigners or not, but the idea of opening it to anyone, really, you do stand the risk of having riders head and shoulders above the level. And maybe that's right now, and month away from cross country might not be the time. The first edition of the race honoring Alfred Parks might not be the time. And it could be in a year or 2 or 3 from now. But again, we as a federation, we're happy to work with this organizing group. We're willing to accept their decision, and we want the race on Sunday to be the grandest success.
I appreciate that.
So, on my part, I've been taking, I do cycling out of love, right? But I've been taking a whole heap of heat from people, and I explained to them, I am still hurting from the loss of my 2 brothers that died doing live streaming for cycling. But when people get on social media and bombard people without the other information, telling them my credibility, I explain to them, you know who am I? I have a job, I have my wife, I have my kids that love me. That's what's important. But by bombarding me and say that I'm losing my credibility and they will stop support and things like that, those are ludicrous, man. I mean, I am here for the love of the sport. I don't have to do this. I could drop everything. I think my family are happy if I drop everything. No live streaming, no winning.
Can't do that.
But you see, the thing is, people are taking the thing too serious, and I almost thought of quitting, but quitters are for losers.
So some story.
People have to learn to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
We all know I have the same opinion.
This is where I was like, you know, everyone has a right to their opinion, but until they get in your shoe, or what we say, walk a mile in my shoe, and then you'll understand. I was talking to Mr. Butler, and I said, I'm losing a lot of sleep, a lot of stress over this race. If I had hair, I probably would have been a lot bald. You know, it's like there was not one night from October the 12th that I have not been thinking about this race. That's when this all started. It didn't start 2 weeks ago, right? It started with me once Great Alfred Parks passed away, you know, and I was like, I went back home and I was like, what can we do? I reached out to Rita and I said, this is what I'm planning, and she was like, funny, you should say that, because I was thinking that. That's how this all got started, right? And we run with it. We just run, and we probably run a little bit crazy. There were times when I had to tell her, hey, we have enough station price. We don't need any more station price. What people fail to realize also is you can get a lot of station price, but it takes funds to run the race. We gotta pay different people, right? And that's what this is all about, right? We're not in this to make. We're not making any money.
And that's how I explain to people that the thing is, they don't know. I don't want to give somebody that phone and go hold up for 6 hours and talk for 6 hours. Me and my wife last night, after 12, they start two numbers. People don't realize the work we go through, and when they bombard you, the only thing to do, that say, I don't want to use the word on national TV, right? But we are not, nobody are being paid to do these things, right?
Nope.
Nobody have been paid. We do it out of the love. And like I said, this not a pay me. I went here and I want a time to take away from my family, my job. I could let it go tomorrow. But that not me are hurt. If they don't support, if they say they pull back and they want support, that not me hurt.
Nope.
Who hurt? Cyclists hurt. The fans when Andrew Dolly said, I'm not going to live stream no race, they call me, well, I'm not live stream, I'm not live stream. And this is the thing I want to explain to them, that the decision, people are saying that me have the say, that me make the decision.
No.
And I don't want you publicly telling.
I'm making the decision. We are not going to have the foreigners in this first race. We are not. If come down and meet, you guys can find me and we can talk about it. We can have a good discussion about it, but I'm not going to go back on that, right? That's where we stand. This race is all about Alfred Parks, the Willie Pe, as everybody know him. It's what I'm trying to do is get the younger generation to, if you guys could feel the energy when I think of a bicycle race, it's like, yes, this is what life is. A cyclist lifespan is like from peak about 18, 19 to about 32. Guys are riding now until they're 39, 38 competitively, right? But then after that, you got to have something to fall back on, call an education, right? And that's what we are trying to push with the youths. And that's where some of our prize will be at. I talk about my uncle. So, growing up in Belize, I left Belize when I was in 81. Growing up, everybody talk of Alfred Parks as just the cyclist, but Alfred Parks to me was more than that. There were approximately 12 of us that 2 sisters immigrated to the United States, and he became our father figure. And then we had other family members that were around, another 18 of us, and we knew who was in charge. Whenever he says something, we watch him at 9 o'clock every night in bed. And guess where we were? In bed at 9. So this is, for me, this race is to honor his legacy and to give back to Belize, which I have not done, and that's why that's why I'm here. That's what this is all about for me. Yeah, and I am happy. I am happy to be teaming with CFB to put on this race, and next year we will have them more on our committee from the get-go, so we don't run into what we run into now, right? And hey, don't stop supporting cycling. If you don't want to support the Alfred Parks committee, that's fine, but do not stop supporting cycling. All right?
Yeah, we want all the fans out there, all the current sponsors. You know, decisions can be fluid. Everything can't be set in stone. And so a decision was made. There is no reason to have an entire generation of young men trying to lift themselves in sports, and sports does lift people, and it teaches discipline. There's no reason to have this very minor decision hurt and be, against the benefit of our entire peloton. And I'll tell you one thing, Andrew. There's a word that Lincoln mentioned a few times, and I'll tell you that word is the reason why the Guatemalan team would like to be here, because we have several races over the course of the year. There are traditionally 2 races where we get consistently foreign participation. They have been welcome in all our races, but the Creme Classic and the cross country tend to be the ones, and now there is interest in this, and the reason is for that one word that Lincoln mentions, prize.
Yeah.
So they were welcome for Digitour, and they'll be welcome for Belmopan Classic. They probably won't come. So it's not that they want to see if they can beat the Belizeans. It's all about the prize, no?
All right.
So the ones who are upset of this decision, I hope you're not upset that Belizeans are going to take home the prizes, because that's going to be the result of the decision. It's still going to be an exciting race. It's still going to help to prepare our guys for the cross country. It's still going to be in memory of the great legend Alfred Parks. And Belizeans are going to tear up. So.
Can we
Of course.
can we move on?
Yes, man, of course.
That's not this,
Yeah. Move on, sir.
All right. So let's talk about this race now. What we have is the most important thing that we want to stress is safety out there, guys. Right? We all have families and we all love to get back to them. So Mr. Michael,
Arthur.
Michael Arthur is in charge of us on the road.
He's the chief commissaire.
He's the chief commissaire. Whatever he says out there, that's what we are going to follow by. The yellow line, he is going to be enforcing it. If you cross it, he's going to be the one that's telling you, hey, you need to get back. We will talk about that a little bit. And that's all I'm going to say about the yellow line. The yellow line, or I won't say the yellow line, I'm going to call it the center line, because sometimes you can't see the yellow line very well. But it's the center line route. Just follow it. We will talk about it again at the start of the race. We don't need to go over that here. Start time for the Elite and Masters is at 8 a.m. We will start the juniors and female at Rolling Creek at 9 a.m. Right? The finish line is marked with a banner. That's at Leslie's. Service is open after Esperanza and the return, right?
Correct. The Esperanza softball field on the return for the elite.
For the elite,
race.
and it's closed at mile 10 or 10 miles from the finish. For the junior, for women and juniors, it's open at the zoo and close at mile 10. Prize distribution will be at Margarita's Bar.
Yeah.
You will get your prize right when you're finished. I was at Margarita's Bar tonight and I saw the prize and I was like, whoa, you know, prize just keep coming. And as a matter of fact, as we were doing some, we have some more prize. We will talk about those. And let's get out there. And one of the big things, I must say a big thank you to the cyclists of Belize, because when we put this together, I said, if I get 50 elite riders, I am going to be thrilled. Well, we got more than that. Last count, I think we were at 86 or something like that.
89, maybe 74.
I think we still have the information.
Right? So we'll have those start lists to our commissaire and everyone that needs to have them. We are going to start at 8, guys. If you are not there at 8 and you show up at 8:10, you will be chasing. You have your number. I know Mr. ORDONEZ give those guys the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, most of them get the numbers already.
Radios and stuff. If you haven't paid for your radio yet, you got to do that so that you have one in the vehicle. We gotta talk about where they will be lining up, right? Who is first and who is second? What team get?
I think they do with
The lottery.
the lottery.
We'll do a
Alright.
lottery.
See, that's stuff that I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know, there's stuff that it's stuff that I don't have to worry about. Thank God. Is there anything I'm missing? Oh, we can talk about some of the prize now if you want.
Yes, you can, yeah. I'm not going to get any joke though. Again, Japan, the person said, we got a pig here. You want a pig that the line where the prize is given, you want a pig that the finishing, or you want the person to come and say, listen to me. Who's about when a pig, they're going to pick that up. Because they will carry the pig that the line. That pig will be given that.
A whole farm that line, a pig and a sheep and a bull.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that, because there was one spell I was like, hey, if we have a bull, we have a sheep, we have a pig, why don't we get a chicken?
I'm a farmer.
Then they can start their own little farm. So,
I don't want to cut you up, but
go ahead.
I
Do some.
Yes,
Can we do some
giveaway.
I
will take it out of the back door.
I don't have giveaways tonight because I said we didn't talk so much, but I hope like I don't want to keep this on that video. I want to give it guys. I think I don't want to keep this. It's a beautiful.
Hey, that look really nice.
Why?
This is a nice quality sweatshirt, guys.
Yes. And that sweatshirt is courtesy of Miss Jackie and her company in LA, Ashton Clothing.
Ashton Clothing.
Yes, Ashton.
So I wish I never had on the show tonight. If I'm at home, I could call in and try to be one winner for this jacket. This is really nice.
I don't think I can swim, man. I'll put this in my pocket, man. No, but when you come back, we give this way off because I need intellectual answer.
So,
break?
Yeah, we're going to break.
We're going to break. Remember play the Alfred Parks thing for the break, right? We're going to break and then when we come back, we're going to get this prize.
alright.
The family and friends of Alfred Parks, in collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Belize, proudly present Catch the Bull for Me. It's the first annual Alfred Parks Memorial Cycling Race. going down on Sunday, February 26th at 8 a.m. sharp. All of Belize's primetime riders will take off from the beautiful village of Cotton Tree, then head west, make a U-turn at the Santa Elena roundabout, then travel all the way to Belize City for the exciting finish, some 95 miles later in front of Leslie's Imports. This is an open race and there will be fabulous prizes along the route, including the coveted bull. There will be prizes for elite, masters, juniors, and females. Join us as we honor our very own two-time cross-country champion. Catch all the action live on ORDONEZ Bike Shop Facebook page. It's the first annual ALFRED Parks Memorial Cycling Race on Sunday, February 26th. Proud sponsors include Racino's Imports Limited, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Transport, Belize Waste Control, Tropic Air, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, ORDONEZ Bike Shop, Project Jumpstart, the Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, Cellular World, Margarita's Sports Bar, Benny's Home Center, La Robea Resort, Cahal Pet Resort, and the Honorable Millen Espad. The family and friends of ALFRED Parks, in collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Belize, proudly present Catch the Bull for Me. It's the first annual ALFRED Parks Memorial Cycling Race. Going down on Sunday, February 26th at 8 a.m. sharp. All of Belize's primetime riders will take off from the beautiful village of Cotton Tree, then head west, make a U-turn at the Santa Elena roundabout, then travel all the way to Belize City for the exciting finish, some 95 miles later in front of Leslie's Imports. This is an open race and there will be fabulous prizes along the route, including the coveted bull. There will be prizes for elite, masters, juniors, and females. Join us as we honor our very own two-time cross-country champion. Catch all the action live on ORDONEZ Bike Shop Facebook page. It's the first annual ALFRED Parks Memorial Cycling Race on Sunday, February 26th. Proud sponsors include Racino's Imports Limited, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Transport, Belize Waste Control, Tropic Air, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, ORDONEZ Bike Shop, Project Jumpstart, the Ministry of Public Utilities, Energy and Logistics, Cellular World, Margarita's Sports Bar, Benny's Home Center, La Robea Resort, Cahal Pet Resort, and the Honorable Millen Espad. The family and friends of ALFRED Parks, in collaboration with the Cycling Federation of Belize, proudly present Catch.
All right.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now we are doing this beautiful. I mean, because we have so much time, we are talking about this race so much, we don't have time for giveaway, but
We have to have giveaways.
have to come giveaways. Have to give giveaways. And so the question, Miss Rita, I remember the question.
Miss Rita said that now a lady's jacket, but
It's a
trust me, if I win
Anybody-
that, I would
you are weird.
Yeah, this is, yes,
alright?
the sponsor, the person where the company, Mr.
Miss Jackie Ashton Clothing out of LA.
Miss Jackie, yes,
Jackie and
this
Steven
beautiful
Asante.
thing. Yeah, man, this hurt my heart to get this way. But Miss Rita, you asked the question because I don't know the question.
What age was Alfred when he won his first cross country? That's the question.
Easy as that.
Easy, easy,
I go
easy.
in. Catch the bull for me.
Catch the bull
Yes.
for me. So the
We got a lot of
story
catch the bull,
the
yes.
story of that phrase, how that come about, Mr. Lincoln?
So it was what year was that? 76?
Yeah, it had to be the
76 cross country. The man got away early in the morning.
Ring the bell?
Appearance.
Boy, Jamal Perez. Boy, Jamal. Give me some, please.
The man got away and there was this bull at Bosmanala and man looked back once he was alone and looked back and said, catch the bull for me.
Oh, people say, tell me what are the answer. So what's the answer? The answer are
23.
23. He was 23 years old when he won
His
that
first cross country.
So you want to give it the second one?
The second one? Go ahead.
So this other one I'm a female, this is what? This is the one from male.
Yeah, the size of the bag.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, the size upon the bag?
The answer.
Oh.
Oh, Lexton got it. I don't know if I'm right. No, I never write
I
it.
think I want to mention the answer.
Lex, you know my answer for the
Yes.
All right.
We will talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Again, never beat. Watch out, Alan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not too large for me, you know.
Huh?
Still
a red dot.
Nobody can answer. But listen,
You may have
folks,
seen it.
if you can't see it well enough on your screen, let me tell you, these are high quality jackets. These are really
And
nice.
polo shirts. Only jacket. Oh. Yes.
These are really nice.
I want one of them, yeah. Okay. So, somebody could win this beautiful, what, yeah? A jacket?
Jacket.
Jacket.
Like a sweat jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody could win this, and Miss Rita, cue up the question.
What year did he ride his last cross country?
Okay.
And that year we mentioned earlier, the 76 one. That's a legendary one that everybody
Solo.
knows about.
Yep.
Solo break.
Actually, yeah, we hear that, you know, when I started riding, I heard about the great ALFRED Parks gone through the fog. And then time the race used to start at 5 in the morning.
In the dark.
So when they're passing through Hattieville, it's still a bit dark and with a thick fog. So nobody never knew Parks gone. Now when
Ring the
when
bell.
when the fog lifts,
Again.
So this, be honest with you.
he not there, I believe. So you have to let
But
that
Turhan will not a prize and I'm confident. But I was going to say, Turhan, me forgot what Ali when we did that still again. So Turhan, I hope you forget this because this I want. This I want. But Turhan, I'll make sure I put this aside and put Turhan on it. And remember, I get the surprises. So you are a, he could win that. He could win.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I don't
Turhan.
know. So what's her name now?
Who teach you, boo?
Yeah. And we definitely
So
like
what was the answer? The year?
the answer was
81.
81.
1981.
Yeah.
Well, I read 81.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read 81.
Obvious.
I read start 80.
You never win that year.
Huh? No, 81 I call 16.
16?
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So Alfred won it how many times?
Two.
2 times.
Twice.
Yeah.
And I think three
Three.
second place.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
In the 80 cross, is it 80 cross country?
That was
Or 81?
Alexander Vasquez was 80. 81 was Alpheus Williams.
All right, so it was 1980. His bike got stolen before the cross country. Yeah, it was like a couple of months before. He had a standpipe, and that bike was never seen again. I remember that because I was getting ready to leave.
I think we have
That's
one more. Nice prize. Wine. What kind of wine is this, Ritz?
It's a cab sav.
Oh, you know?
El Campo Camsa.
Oh, I can't say I want to twist my mouth if I say
Cabernet.
that.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
And this is given also by
Margarita Sports Bar.
Margarita Sports Bar. And can you hear the question?
Question, okay. On the famous jersey that he wore in the cross country, 1976, he had a main sponsor and it was written on that on that jersey. Name that sponsor.
This man, you know this man.
Set that time up on it so that if nobody get you work at it.
Yeah.
1976. So it can be Westrock or 501. G Flow.
None of it.
M&M. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Mavis Bowman.
Who's that?
Mavis Bowman.
Davis Bowman.
Mavis never there, I believe. Jeff Gerp, you know.
All right.
Well, all the prizes could be picked up at Urban Spec Shop. Who don't live at Belize have to
Yeah, find a
and
local.
Yes, the
Find
answer,
out.
by the way, the answer.
Oh,
by the
the
way.
answer.
The answer is
Geritol.
Geritol, one tonic.
Tonic.
Drink, right?
Drink, yeah.
Yeah. Was that drink? Oh, them are like one, what call it?
Like triple S or anything
Like,
like that.
like
Yeah.
a tonic.
Okay, it's a tonic. Okay.
So this was
Like a vitamin D booster.
from Bennett Drug Store at the time, Connor King Street.
I remember
and
some
High
minute man. I
Street.
remember him for you.
These were some of his sponsors.
Okay.
Geritol and Captain Royal used to be a big thing back then.
So with that being said, that's going to be one of our prize for all the winners. That for the elite, the elite
Elite
male
only.
will get a
Replica.
replica jersey.
Signature jersey.
Signature jersey. That's part of one of our prize. That he can wear next year if he wants in the race.
Is that for me can win this?
No.
I think you may say the prize may have a bottle of Geritol.
So let's talk about some of the we have.
No, but a quick one.
He wants
Oh,
your face
I
shirt.
want-
Yes, that a courtesy of Jared Ashton too, yes.
So,
A gift for the host.
this is from moi.
Nice.
From
Ashton.
Ashton clothing.
yeah. Palacio one, yeah?
You wanna see, right?
I don't know how you.
I think you mix up your
You
one.
mix up.
You mix up your one and Palace one.
Palace.
Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
medium.
Yeah, this is my one. This is a Palace one. This is my one. It's a Palace one. So Palace.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's get it large.
Yeah, you get it large.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the larger side.
But thank you very much.
So I have people in the US that tell me I gotta bring back a as the wheel turn shirt. You have any of these to sell?
Yes, we do. Check out this Debs.
I will.
And of course, folks, remember, still available. You can buy a Catch a Bull shirt in the sell. Now people are wearing them the race day, so make sure you buy shirt support the Alfred Parks Memorial Race coming up the 26th. Lincoln, you want to move on?
Yeah. So we talked about some of the prizes that we have, and Rita and I we went through this list a lot, and I can run it right down. The officials on the road will know where they are. Earlier tonight we were told the lines are marked on the road, so where the station prize will be located. The first one, I'm going to go through the elite, and when I get to the female where those prizes are, we'll go over them also. Our first prize will be at Benny's Warehouse. It's a $500 B-Box or Benny Box. Then we have one at George Price A Strip, $200. The gas station at Rolling Creek, $300. West Star, $100. Kamalode Community Center, $250. Tea Kettle, $200. We have at Ontario, we have a wash twist style t-shirt and mug. Then at Blackman Eddy, $100. Mount Hope, Unitedville, $500. Floral Park, or Catch the Bull, you can get the bull there. Georgeville, it's a one night for two at Daphne's Lagoon Resort. Central Farm, 2 nights for two with breakfast at Calpet Resort. Esperanza is at $200. Red Creek Bridge, $50 at Sarita's gift. It's a $50 gift certificate. And then turn around at Santa Helena roundabout. Back to Red Creek Bridge, $150 gift certificate at Risano's Wine House. Esperanza, $100. Central Farm, a cell phone. Georgeville, $200. Floral Park, a sheet. Mount Hope, Unitedville, $500. Blackman Eddy, $100. Ontario, cell phone, tea kettle, $100. Kamalode Community Center, $250. Not $250, but $225. West Star, $100. The gas station at Rolling Creek, $300. George Price Airstrip, $100. Benny's Warehouse, this is the return. It's 500 D-bucks again. Then Cotton Tree for the woman, it's $100 gift certificate. For the junior, it's $50 in a blender. Mile 41, Edson and Banks, $200. St. Matthews, $100. Cheers Mahogany Height, $100. Daddy Macrassa for the elite, $100. For the women at London Macrassa, it's $200. For the juniors, it's $50 in a blender. Belize Zoo, $100. Mile 25 Community Center, $100. Rockville for the elite, Rockville Greasy Rock, it's $100 in a pig. Somebody will need a truck or something to get out of this. Get that?
You call out the price, but do you have the names of the?
We'll honor them after.
After the, oh, okay.
Yeah, we will call out their names, who do make them.
I don't want to get somebody because when I do the live, I want to call their names.
I'll give you this.
Okay, all right.
You'll have this.
All right, sure.
Where did I left off?
Yeah, you said there's somebody I need, I think, for carry the pig.
Yeah. The woman at Rockville, it's a $100 gift certificate. Rockville Greasy Rock for the junior is $50 in a blender. Bainesville, $50. Then at Hattieville Football Field, there's a cell phone. Eternal Garden, it's a pump, tire and tubes. Western Pine Entrance, $500. 8 Miles Community, $500. Wow. 8 Mile Community, whoa. I'll go back.
500 for the elite.
500 for the elite at 8 Mile Community, 200 for the female at 8 Mile Community, and $50 in a blender for the youths, for the juniors. At the 6 Mile gas station, it's $100. 5 Mile Old Belize, it's a gift. At 3 Mile Waste Control, it's $300. For a grand total of cash prize, just cash, guys, just cash station prize, it's $6,450 Belize dollars. The first prize for the men's elite is $1,500. They'll also receive a jersey, trophy, 2 nights at El Ben Cabana Resort, round trip for 2 on Tropic Air. To where?
Key Cocker.
To Key Cocker. Leslie Imports, the second prize for the elite. All these prizes are elite. It's $1,000, 1 night at La Rabena and a trophy. Third place, $600, trophy and a gift basket. Fourth place, $500 in a gift basket. Fifth place, $400 in a gift basket. Sixth place, $300. Seventh, $200. Eighth, $150. Ninth, $125. And 10th place, $100. For a grand total of $4,875 for the elite field alone. The first junior, where my heart is $50 and 4-year high school or 2-year 6th form scholarship and a laptop and a trophy. The second place is $25, 4-year high school or 2-year 6th form scholarship, a laptop and a trophy. And the third place junior finisher will get 4-year high school, 2-year 6th form and a trophy. Though the cash prize for the junior just came in tonight in talking to Rita. The Masters, first place, $500. It's Masters is 35 plus, right? It's first place, $500. One night for two at Roman's Village, a trip to San Pedro, and a trophy. Second place is $300, a health package and a trophy. Third place is $200, a trophy, gift basket. Fourth place is a gift. Fifth place, a gift. For the Masters, that cash prize total is $1,000. For the woman, first place, $500. Two night for two at Blues End, a trophy and candle set. The woman second place, $300 health package, trophy and candle set and trophy. Third place, $300 trophy and a gift basket. Fourth place, go get a gift. Total cash prize for the woman is $1,100. We just got a gift tonight that they wanted to give to the third place, so that's where we had to put the money. That's why the third and second place get the same amount of cash. That's where they want. They tell us this is where we want it. We didn't change it. The youngest finisher is coming from the elite field. That person will get $175 and a trophy. The king of the hill will get $200 and a trophy. The most aggressive rider will get $100 and a trophy. And the oldest finisher, I was so happy when Rita told me is donated by Alfred Park's greatest rival, Kenrick Holiday. He's given $100 and a trophy. And those are the prizes that we have. And I can't tell you how happy I am with the work that the committee did and some of the work that Rita did, Mr. ORDONEZ did to get these prizes and stuff for us. When I start this race, I didn't even, when we first started planning, the first thing I asked, my first question was, what type of prizes do we need to make this good? And how deep do I need to pay? That was the money that we started raising. That's where the race money started from, not even station prize. And then it got so big that I was like, oh, it's bigger than I thought it would have ever been.
Amazing.
So those are the prizes that we have.
Big race.
I am going to, every vehicle will have, they will be able to see these prizes as they go along, right? We will make copies of this. This is going to be out there for everyone to see, and who donate these prizes. We will do. Go ahead. You have anything? Oh,
The cup.
the cup. This trophy will stay with at Margarita's place. We go have. Do you have the base? So there is a base that goes with this. We go put the name of the first winner, and it goes around, and it's going to stay at Margarita's place, sport bar, and every year we will put that name on the cup so that they can see who got the race. All right.
That sounds like you're committed to keep doing this
Yes.
thing annually.
We are.
So we're going to hold you to that. The Federation will hold you to that.
We are committed. So when I started, I was like, we need a date. I was like, we need to get a date. And when we started, we were like, well, we can run from Santa Elena. And I was like, nah, that's cross country. We can't do that. We already have one of those. But the cotton tree to Santa Elena and back, it's great. It's hey, we are starting small. We will continue and
Small.
we want to get, we want
Get bigger.
to get
better.
bigger. That's our goal. right? It's small. We are small right now.
Having issues with the comments.
Huh?
We're having issues with displaying the comments, but this is what people are saying.
Okay.
Brian has said this race has better prizes than the New Year's race and the cross country. I'm proud of these people.
Hey, like I told Mr. ORDONEZ, like I told Andrew when we started, right? He said, we are putting people to shame, but if you start planning way in advance, you can get good price. And for me, I have no problem asking for any prize or asking people to donate something, because if you don't ask,
You won't get.
you won't get, and you won't hear no. If somebody say no to me, I'm happy. You don't have to say yes, right? Anything else, Rita?
No.
We are happy. We are happy to, as I said, team with the association.
Yeah.
And Mr. ORDONEZ, Andrew has a race coming up. I have already said to him,
We will
get
team
the
up.
date. We are working together. We will make his big too. We will make this. We will have some major events. Cycling in Belize, when I was growing up, is what I lived for. Right? I was more for runner. I did one cross country and had a good time. I am inviting. This is how committed I am. I'm inviting you to come up and spend some time with me in July. That we go
Training.
to train a little bit. We go talk about who we have some youth that have been nominated, and they'll find out when we do our prize presentation.
After race.
I thought I was going to do it tonight, but my good friend here told me I got voted down. I'm like, okay. So we have that person. We know. I know who that person is. Since it's coming to my house, and everybody turning their vote to me, and I know who it's going to be. All right. Anything else?
Some of the major sponsors, you want to ask one of the major sponsors?
This is where she come in. Okay. She did a lot of work there. I have my list of people that I got the elite prize from that we will go through.
You can make up a whole book.
Yes, as I harass a lot of people. It's like, yeah, and I can say if you don't ask, you don't want. They either say yes or no, and I don't think I get any no's along the journey. Yeah, so the people that we have to thank and appreciate that's helping to make all of this possible. Again, I want to, I keep saying it, and I can't reiterate it enough. The Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, the Honorable Francis Fonseca. Man, big time, thank you.
Ring the bell.
I can't say how much we appreciate it. I begged for 1-year scholarships and I got 4-year scholarships or 6th form scholarship and I was blown away.
Those prizes are bigger than the elite first place prize.
Yes, they are. The dollar value.
And I hope the winner appreciates that it's bigger than the elite first place prize.
And it goes in tandem with our what our committee and our foundation is about, pushing education along with sports. Yes, it's nice to want to be an athlete, to want to be a cyclist, to want to take on any sport, but without an education, it doesn't really take you anywhere. So we are focusing and we want to push the education with these guys to let them grow as athletes and as scholars. So again, Honorable Francis Fostika. Thank you very much. Another big award, we're calling it an award, will be given to a deserving junior cyclist. And the award is for this person, whoever wins it, to go to New Hampshire with this guy. Spend 2 months out of his summer getting training. He's going to be given his accommodations. He'll be furnished with whatever he needs out there. It's an all expense paid trip, and the round trip ticket is being donated by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Transportation. Honorable Rodwell Ferguson again. Another thank you would not have been possible without his help. So we really appreciate that. Other big sponsors, we have the Ministry of Public Utilities, Honorable Michelle Shabat, Racinos Imports, El Ben Cabañas, Belize Waste Control, La Robea Resort, AAA Imports, Vegas Distributors, Village Market, Kmart, the Jude Belize Foundation. Wow. ORDONEZ,
Tell me.
we made plan this big after party, prize presentation and cyclist appreciation. That's what we're gonna call it. And so we made prepare food, and then we get this call. I think we're gonna get a call first that
Maybe 100
you know these people want to donate 100 plate of food to our event. Miss Elda Kanaki, Jude Belize Foundation, we appreciate that you reached out to us. We want to say thank you again. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure the cyclists will appreciate to have a nice meal after that long, grueling war out there come Sunday. So, Jude Belize Foundation, thank you. Project Jumpstart Belize, Ramona Vista Dialysis Clinic, Kahal Pet Resort, Ozzy the Clown.
Ozzy Clown too?
Yes, Ozzy the Clown too.
Okay. You have Clown around?
I Belize Lock Nation, Elegant Event Rentals, FT Williams, M&N Engineering, Mr. Roque Matos, thank you again for the barriers that you'll be assisting us with for the finish line. Tropicana, Mirage, Totos, Mirab, Gadgets, American Closer, Joseph and Taylor, Westar, Benny's, Supplies Plus Depot, Daphne's Lagoon Resort, Tropicare, Honorable Millionaire Spot, Cellular World, Belize Specialist Clinic, ORDONEZ Bike Shop, as the Wheel Turns family. You guys are everything. Yeah. We can't say again how much we love and appreciate you guys. Yeah, thanks for opening your doors, bringing the cameras, and yes, just being super nice people.
It's great for me to be here too and see the guys behind the camera.
Oh, yeah, you normally get over there, they look on. You know, people think a big studio and a small studio, but it's not fitting.
No, it's big.
Then we have Leslie's Imports, Loyalty Wines, Gary Bennett, National Shutters, Godwin Terry, Kwame Scott. Kwame prepared, help us prepare that nice ad.
Yes, that give me, yeah. When I hear the music, I get boost up.
We want to thank Jerome Wade Senior. He's the guy providing that bull and that sheep.
Okay.
Come race day. Mr. Calvin Murillo, the man with the as the wheel turns music. Well, he now got the Alfred Parks.
I think he's in the Cube. I don't know if he sent me.
Yeah, he was supposed to send.
He has the Alfred Parks tribute. Nice tribute. He has a video that he put together with this song. It's really nice. D. Wade, Godwin Terry, Palace, Glenn Flowers, Omar Cruz, Doc Halliday, Walkmart, Helen and Edmond Castro, the Stewart Roberto family, Rock Nation, Jorge Oriana, Mr. Oscar Quiros. Thank you, Mr. Quiros. Worked diligently to get those jerseys. We made some mistake with the original and he worked his magic and we were able to get the replacement, the real thing. So we want to thank him. Yes, AM Express, Ashton Clothing, my family, my brothers, Patrick, Evan, Bruce, Eddie, my sister, Carla, my mom, Olivia, my partner in crime, Karim. And yes, the Cycling Federation of Belize, we want to thank you, Mr. Alan. Thank you guys so much for accepting us and for assisting us and giving us tips and just being there and helping us to get this race going, and hopefully it's all safe and everybody have a nice time on Sunday, and we'll take it from there. Anything else to ask you have?
These are some of the people that I went and knocked and they were like, sure, right away. My mom, Julia Phillips, my sister, Valerie, Philippa, cousin Charles Nicholas, friends Christine Gibson.
Remember Christine?
Yes. Deborah Skeet Bradley, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Beth and Brad Craig, dear mother Carol Craig, my in-laws, Jackie and Norm LePlant, Carol and Joe LePlant, Pat Heller, Rob Fortin, Sherrod Constance, James Potts, Alfred Potts' brother, Sister Flowers, Earl Shabazz Flowers, I think, Joan Miles, Harold Miles, Josie, Sheer Miles, Jackie and Steve again, Asante, Jean Miles, Kevin Kelly, Godwin Terry, Albert Arnold, Sack Bowman, Adam Sullivan, Rob Masick, he's the guy with the Wahoo shirt, Benny, Walter Driscoll, Shimano guy that I know, Ron Bingham for getting me in touch with those guys, Ryan Mazak and Seth Eustace, those two guys are Trek guys that I know, and Ricky Pine. Those are some of the people that that have really helped us out and really appreciate everything that you guys have done, and we'll have a lot of pictures. I was told I need to take a lot of pictures and stuff, and so that they can see it. Hopefully the race is going to be live. I tell them where to go and see it, so should be fun.
And if Miss Debs want to come in, go call the names of the cyclists.
Yeah.
We'll sign up. Miss Debs, you want to come inside or you're busy? You have to call it out. See if Miss Debs there.
Alan, since you talk about this, I talking about nothing to cross,
Yeah,
but give one idea maybe to the fans, like with the weather conditions, what kind of race you expect this one be?
The breeze
Sunday,
has been
huh?
the breeze has been very, very stiff the past week. Actually, from about last week Wednesday or so, it's been brutal.
See the breeze blow down the
And
sign.
it'll be a tough race.
You saw the sign
Yeah.
blew down at the roundabout?
Yeah.
Big sign drop because of the breeze.
Actually, almost every day we've been having constant breeze in the mornings of around 20 to 25 miles per hour. And going out, it'll be a fast race, and they'll be climbing the hills, and those they'll scale Mount Hope, Floral Park, which is where the busmen are and all home is. They'll scale that fast because they'll have a tailwind, and then when they turn and head back, it'll be a headwind all the way in, but it'll get stiffer and stiffer the closer they get to Belize
To the
City.
flats.
The more they get into the flats closer to the shore, the breeze will get stiffer and stiffer, so it will be a hard race. Definitely, it'll be a hard race.
Good.
Skittles all over the tarmac now.
All over the tarmac. Oh yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
You or somebody else?
Well, okay, because Miss Debs must be busy entertaining now. All right, so 4 females will be taking part. Kaya Katus, Paulita Chavaria, Kedisha Francis, and Patricia Chavaria. Those are the 4 female taking part. In the juniors, let me get the juniors, because I just write it down here. Juniors, we have, can I get the juniors' name? We have young Jalen Briseño, we have Benito Gutierrez. Go through it. Juniors again, we have I don't know if I pronounce his name, Ashril Belail, he come out of PG.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the way from PG.
I don't know if I pronounce that name there. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong. We have young Steven Sylvester. We have Tyler Tejeda, Deltan Rojas, Everett Matut. We have young Ivan Osha. Okay, see, moving on. Let us see. We have 3 from G Flow. We have Devin Major, Kyron Steen, Jamal Murray. We have young Jaheim Lewis, Joseph Lam. I think that's it for the juniors. Yeah. I never do a count with Miss Debs. That's why I want Miss Debs come because she had the total thing. But I can talk about the elite riders now.
Yeah.
So we have Team Valvoline. We have Oscar Quiros, Brandon Catus, Joshua Fuller, Marion Munoz, Patrick Williams, Henry Morera, young Kenyon Sanford, and one young Manuel ride along with he's not a part of Valvoline, but he's Merckx Morris. I saw him rode well the other day. We have Team Fal, Jocelyn Chavaria Jr., Dylan Levy, Servin Budna, Hollister Baptist, Brandon Morgan. Then we have Kieran Isigiri, he's an attached rider. We have Team Joggers, we have Andrew Burgess, Alexander Pratt, Andre Belal, Dylan Belal, Chance Brasta, Darnell O'Brien. Moving on to Team Imanes, we have Peter Choto, Jose Choto, Giovanni Choto, Rafael Choto. Are you coming?
I'll bring the list for you.
Oh, bring the list?
Yeah, they.
Well, I have to go through.
They not.
Yeah, that's it. Mr. Debs have been an but
Go on and send me right there.
no, you're right. You're right. Perfect. Okay. You don't want to stand on my side? Because you could do it over because you don't have it when you.
And also look
You have to come around, all right? Okay. Miss Debs and it properly because you have to run.
all right, you want to call it.
Yeah, go start back with the elite.
Just the elite, yeah.
All right. You ready now?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so we have Cordell Gonzalez Jr., Gravel Young, Wendell Vernon, Oscar Quiros, Brandon Catus, Marian Munoz.
Myron.
What a Myron. See, I got it wrong. All right, so let's do this. So from 501 Valvoline, Oscar Quiros, Brandon Catus, Myron Munoz, Patrick Williams, Henry Morera, Kenyon Sanford, Joshua Fuller. The first 3 that I had called, Cordell Gonzalez Jr., Gravel Young, and Wendell Vernon, was Team Guns. From Team Imanes, we have Peter Choto, Jose Choto, Giovanni Choto, Rafael Choto, George Abraham Jr., what is her name? Delawin Abraham?
Delan
Abraham, Erwin Milton. And then unattached is Kenyon Isigiri. And another unattached, Louis Jones. I think sponsored by Eckert. And from Team Jaggers, we have Andrew Burgess, Alexander Pratt, Andre Bilal, Dylan Bilal. From FAL, Jocelyn Chavarria Jr., Dylan Levy, Sherwin Budna, Hollister Baptist, and Brandon Morgan. We have Isidoro Terry from Team Chavarria. From UTR Budget Rent a Car, we have Alan Awil Sr., yours truly right here in studio, and Alan Awil Jr., Nishan Isigiri, and Warren Koi. From Team Lovell, we have Giovanni Lovell, Gerson Lovell, George Lovell Jr., and Gregory Lovell. Rolling Shutters, Dwayne Wade, Deshaun Hyde, and Henry Lee. Also from Team Jaggers is Chauncey Braster, that's how you pronounce it, right? Chauncey Braster, Chauncey. Darrell O'Brien. Team Guns, we also have Elwin Humes. From, this is an unattached rider, Micah Morris. Another unattached, Gian Lino. From M&M's, we have Devin Asueta, Reynald Matos, Wendell Williams Jr., Roque Matos, Michael Wagner, and Tyrin Tasher. From Team Kano, Road Rage, we have Richard Santiago, Tariq Kano, Christian Avila, Kadeen Pinello. From Culture, SPD/SPD, we have Kenroy Gladden, Bob Gabriel, Valan Sims, Philip Leslie, sorry. Okay, then from G Flow, we have Sean Cad, Raynan Cad, two Cad?
Tricad.
Sorry, Sean, so G Flow, that's Sean Cad, Ramon Cad, Raynan Cad, Kevin Gentle, and Christopher Wheat. From Westrack, we have Byron Pope, Eric Trapp, Wasani Castro, Fernando Rosado, Angel Zib, Shane Jones, and Carlton Robinson. Right? Okay, so you called the females already and the junior?
I called the females and the junior already.
Alright, so that's it for the elite.
Alright, no, we had more riders coming today.
Today.
So we had young Goran Gabriel.
Okay.
We have athlete Lozano riding for Running Rebels. And we have a young man by the name of Elston Martinez. So they sign up.
91.
So, how much riders is that?
91.
91? Oh.
More.
Yeah.
And you called three, how much names you called?
I call three new riders.
I have a total of 89.
What this one I call already? This one I call.
And
This
three,
one.
so that's
92.
So 92 riders were at, yeah.
Total.
71 being elite, 14 youth, and 4 females, but with the 3 more just on that elite, so you'll be 70. 4 elite, 14 youth/junior, and 4 females.
Big race.
Huge.
Big race.
Hey, cyclist,
Yeah.
the cyclist,
Thanks,
right?
Miss Debs.
Thank you, Miss Debs.
Miss Debs.
Hey, you are part of our committee,
Yes.
right? It takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
A lot of work, but one thing I want to tell cyclists is you gotta, in the United States, when we have registration, what the cyclists do, they watch the weather to see, is it going to be nice, what type of weather it's going to be, and promoters struggle with that to put on race, because that's how they make the prize money, right? And so if I can say one thing, it's like register early so that the promoters can, and it also help the officials so we can get the starting list out there on time and know who is going to be lining up, who we give the numbers to. right? Really appreciate the work that you guys do. We go try and see if we go make it safe on the road for you guys. We are starting. If you don't follow the rules, you will be disqualified. I am being honest. If you win a prize and you get disqualified, you do not get the prize because you were disqualified. The prize is going to go to either the man that finished second or third behind you. So follow the rules out there, guys, if you want your prize. We want to give you the prize. That's why we got them.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I mean, it's finally here.
Is that good?
That's good.
I remember we talking about this race and the time is almost here.
It's here, you know. I am ecstatic. I am over the moon that we got that many. My ceiling was 50.
Yeah.
That's what I put on the budget.
Skyrocket.
Superseded.
Yeah, so I am very happy.
Superseded.
I really appreciate the work that our little committee did. Yeah, we made mistakes. We are going to learn from them,
Exactly.
right? If you don't make mistake, you don't grow, and that's what we are going to do. All right.
And this race is going to get only bigger and better. So right now we're calling it Alfred Parks Memorial Race. And in a few years we'll call it the Alfred Parks Memorial Classic.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
That's where we are headed. Right?
And I like explain, and once again I want to talk to the fans. We're a small cycling family. I mean, people watch all over the world now, you know.
One person I did not thank.
Go ahead, man.
My wife Anne. She is.
It is that ALFRED, so you know
She is she's my rock, and she's like, hey, just you guys are. I always go like, it's not going good. She's like, you're doing the best you can, and just keep plugging away. And she helped set up a lot of the spreadsheets that I had, and my sister-in-law was the one that did the flyer, and I just was like, I need a flyer, right? And stuff. I was here in the US and called her back in Belize and called her back and said, we need to make some change, and she was like, no problem, just tell me what it is. And she got it back. So really
Yeah,
appreciate that.
In the shop, for the past few days, the Barney Brown, Mike Burgess today Eckers helped me, and Marlon Smith put because when people, I have work to do, I mean, I'm overrun with work, and so I said, guys, I need help, and so they helped me, and then at night, Miss Deb stayed till 12 o'clock at night, they put pins together and put numbers together, and so this is the reason why I try explain to people, not get hot-headed over something, because you know, blow things out of proportion, and the thing about love. And the work that people put in when they're voluntary work, they don't have to do it. They come and watch a movie, go out the restaurant or whatever, and don't give up about cycling. But they love cycling, and we have to learn from show love. We can't they beat up each other. I mean, it's not good for the sport. And all we want to see that the sport, you know, continue growing, keeping beautiful, keeping a lot of young men and females, women, out of trouble.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just hope that, you know, everybody could have cooler heads, and, you know, I want to thank the Alfred Parks Memorial Group. I mean, you guys, watching nice prizes. I mean, watching a nice, I wish I could win that jacket there, but me have to lobby for one. I want to lobby for one for you, love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So one of the things, ORDONEZ, right? I know we are talking about the Alfred Parks race right now, but I do want to plug. I am going to give you 2 weeks, and then you got to give me that date so we can start. And
Just get a message from
he knows what I'm talking about. You right? Yes. You right?
So good night. We want to register Richie Sada for the juniors.
Richie Rosado is registered. Yes, Richie Rosado is registered. And Team Kano. Richie Rosado is registered indeed.
He rides for Team Kayo.
Team Kayo, yeah.
He's number 117.
1117, yeah. Thanks when 117, Richie Rosado is registered. If I miss anybody, let me know, but I think I got...
117,
Yeah.
Richard Rosado.
So I should Miss Debs, I should make you continue. But anyway, yeah. You want to call out the juniors quick again?
I can do that.
Yeah, do that. Call it out. Make it miss nobody. And the females.
Why?
Can not miss nobody. This whole show about this whole show about that.
12
perhaps.
females, so, okay. We have 4 females, right?
Mhm.
We have Kaya Katus, Kedisha Francis, Patricia Chavaria, and Paulita Chavaria.
Mm.
And the way how their prizes go, all of them win prize. Nobody can get deal out. Right, okay, and then the juniors, they're not juniors / youth, right?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
correct?
some of the juniors.
All right, so we have Steven Sylvester Jr. from Team Guns. We have Jalen Briseño unattached, Benito Gutierrez unattached, Ivan Osha unattached, Tyler Tajeda, Deltan Rojas, and Everett Matut from Rolling Shuttles, Joseph Lam and Jaheim Lewis from Top Flight, Ashriel Bilal from Team Jaggers, Devin Major, Kyron Steen, and Jamar Murray from G Flow, and Richard Rosado from Team Kano.
Thank you
Nice
again.
junior
Yeah.
field.
No, I miss nobody, but
Aye.
what in
Just
night?
remind some people that their radio take advantage, eh?
Okay, yeah. So who not pay for the radio? Please drop in and pay for the radio. Yeah, tomorrow. So because first we said that the federation, but the federation said please collect for the radio. So who not pay for radio? Come and pay for the radio.
And if I could mention,
go ahead.
for all the team managers out there, we're going to have a technical meeting, so I'll put a notice to say what time, or we'll do a group chat to have a technical meeting tomorrow night. And for the unattached riders, we're probably going to have to get some phone numbers to include you. The main thing is going to be the lottery for the caravan order, but everybody who paid up to today, yesterday, who paid on time by the deadline date, by the regular deadline date, will be part of the lottery. Late registry are going to be slotted in after. So the initial lottery will only include those teams that registered on time.
I think everybody registered on time. I think nobody was late. Yeah.
But we are relying on the list that's provided.
And also, Alan, we informed the unattached riders there that they could join in four make sure they could get one service vehicle, right?
Yeah.
But they have to. They can't go there with
one vehicle.
One vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
Individuals can't go there with one vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason, I know the reason why, Alan, but can you explain the reason why we can't have that?
Well, it'll be just too many vehicles in the caravan. So we're talking about 74 guys. So imagine we had 74 cars.
Good.
Right, so we have to put something in place. And it also helps to build the idea of forming teams. So,
Yes.
And cycling, people still might think that it's an individual sport, but no, it isn't. You want to succeed, you really need a team. So it is really to control the size of the caravan, the chaos that happens in the back of the caravan, and all of that is to provide safety for the cyclists. If we have too many cars trying to go to service, it's not just about the vehicles in the back, it really is about safety for the racers. So we want to have the safest race possible. That means trying to limit the number of cars that are there that want to service people in the peloton, and also at the same time we are encouraging riders to form themselves into teams.
Can we remind the riders also, and I'm going to mention this, I know guys think when they're servicing, they gotta go right to the middle of the bunch, but if you need service, you need to drop to the back of the peloton, because you should not get service all the way up front, because if we try to do that, then the service will not go very fast. So
these are things that we normally discuss in the technical meeting.
All right.
And the cyclists
So I'm going to be
know
quiet
that
now.
if you want service, you have to raise your hand. And when you raise your hand, and this is the reason for the radios, that every car has a radio.
Good.
Is so that the commissaire announces which car is to come up to service their athlete. Based on who raises their hands, you okay? And then again, for the safety of the riders, and also to prevent any motor pacing or any interference in the actual action of the race, servicing is always done at the rear of the peloton, not in the middle or the front. Yeah, but these are things that the guys they should know. Yeah.
I think
you know, one of the things with this with these registered, I noticed that it's less than 10 unattached riders, so that's pretty good. Mostly teams.
Mostly teams.
So that's a plus.
Yeah. Actually, it used to be a lot more unattached riders.
Yeah,
I think the guys and the music. So I'm up right now. You have to have the judge. You try? Because he just texted to me the music for ALFRED Parks. Then it's finally
It's finally here.
It's finally here. It's finally here. How time flies. And then we have other races coming up.
It was funny because when I started this, it was October, and I reached out to Miss Deb and I was like, we start this committee, but nothing's happening, and I need something to happen. And she was like, okay. And she put something out on.
Well, we kind of full at the time, so we kind of,
I was like,
take the reins and run with it, yeah.
I am a little bulldog at times, so if it's. I think some of that is from being in the military. When I left Belize, 6 months later I was in the Marines, and I did my time. And Marines are off the Belize. One of the things that if you arrive on time, you are late. Don't be late. So there are some mistakes that I made, like was doing so much things and forget to spell check one word, and it ended up costing me a little bit of money with the numbers. And I was like, and we don't, the numbers are, I was like, no, they're not. Send them back and got them redone. The jersey came, my brother, we got the jersey done, and we all look at it, and we didn't take a close look at it, and came in wrong color. We were like, send them back. But we were able to do that because we were so far ahead that, yeah, so, and our team, yeah, we have disagreement and stuff, and we all didn't agree, but
we disagree to agree.
Yeah.
So
at the end of the day, it's all sport and it's entertainment. It's not nothing to be taken too seriously.
Yeah.
It is sport and entertainment.
It's funny in that I say whenever I officiate in the US, it's like, and the guys get heated, I'm like, hey, it's just a bike race.
Yep, it's only a bike
You
race.
know?
Maybe I can say I could play this music, yeah.
All right.
This one is for ALFRED Parks. Pitch the bull for me. Live on, my brother, you will live on. Someone special.
Share the video? Okay.
Download.
Download? Okay, alright, okay.
So there you go.
Alright, okay. Alright. Alright, okay, so the internet slow.
Yeah, the internet backup, that's why from the start
Oh, so I show you on video actually. I did the video and everything.
no,
Oh, that's the
this is
music.
the audio. So
Oh, the audio, okay,
I
okay,
can
alright,
play the
okay,
audio.
alright, yeah.
Yeah, I'll play the audio, that's like keep up the
Okay.
image, you know. It's been very blocky from that.
It's, yeah. I think of our little Ollie. I was, you know, as you guys did the show and Dickie came in, and I think of the ORDONEZ. We just that little Wagner's Lane area, Jump Street. A lot of people think it's a bad area, but when I was growing up, all the champions that came from through that area, people fail to realize. We had the Goff sisters who were softball players. We had the Skeet who was basketball player. Rodas across the street. We had Parks. We had McNabb. Chuliali. We had people that. We had Sucker, my Uncle Joe. We had people that they were just a lot of great athletes came right from that road. We had
I have it, I know.
we used to have our own announcer, Dickie Bradley, right from through the alley that we knew when stuff was going on, what was going on.
Yeah, alright.
You know? Go
So
ahead.
you want to play it? Yeah. Go to George. Tune it up.
This is a soul fire production.
This one is for Alfred Parks. Catch the bull for me. Live on, my brother, you will live on.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be.
Alfred Parks was always on the pace. His favorite was a cross-country race, sometimes even giving chase. A special person with humble ways. The 70s was his glory days. Floral Park, he had a phrase, catch the bull for me. He was unique in his own way, nurturing to the family in every way.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be.
Awesome person that you are, loving to the family near and far. Funny in your own special way, wishing that you were here today. My heart will be grieving, many tears will flow. Just remember, it was my time to go. God called me home to rest, because he knows best. In the days when Alfred used to ride, it seemed that he used to glide. It was sad the day I heard he died.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be.
we're back and it's a wrap. The show is about to wrap up. We got overdue, but we had the problem at the start.
Yeah.
But guys, I want to thank you all for coming on the show, explaining all about this big event coming up. So the monster coming up. So it's always ladies first, and give Miss Rita her first opportunity for say her thank yous.
And again, I want to thank everybody who reached out, everybody who donated kindly. We appreciate all, from the little to the big ones. Everything was appreciated. I want to thank you guys again for welcoming our committee and for being very gracious in assisting us to bring this event to fruition. It was interesting. I enjoyed every bit of the planning process, and I'm excited to see the finished product. Very, very excited.
It's good. Alan?
Well, on behalf of the Federation, once again, I want to thank you, Rita, Lincoln, and your families, and your organizing committee. It is a pleasure for us to partner with you, and we really look forward to making this a long-lasting event. We always look for partners in our races, and we certainly keep our eye out for new races. And so, it's a blessing for us to be racing this weekend, and in memory of the great legend Alfred Parks. Yeah.
Lincoln, your turn.
Ditto for what Rita and Alan said. I'm just happy to be putting on a race and appreciate everything that everyone has donated and time spent. Many. We started off at Wednesday night and then we moved to Tuesday night, and every Tuesday night, and that's what it takes. It just didn't happen. Everybody put in a lot of
Time and
hours,
effort,
and I really, really appreciate the work that everybody did. I've learned a lot along the way, and next year, I'm already planning for next year, and I'm planning for next year. I have a race to plan before next year, but we'll talk about that later. And hey, let's keep cycling growing in Belize. I want to see one of our guys. I know the Williams brothers are doing stuff for cycling in America, on the West Coast and down in Florida. I'm all the way up in New Hampshire, very cold. Our season literally is from about March to road season, March to September, because it gets real cold. And we have what we call cyclocross, where we ride on the snow and stuff and run and carry the bikes. But I really enjoy watching. I'm up every Saturday morning. There are two things that I watch. They are doing this, and I watch some of Guns race too, but a lot of the race that you put on, Andrew, and I really appreciate it. I see people from, the one guy from Okinawa, Japan, where I was stationed as a Marine, and I'm like, whoa! People all over the world is watching your race, so keep doing the good job that you do. We appreciate it from a distance. It's like we are back home. That's how I look at it that way. It's when I first started watching, because I was away so long, I had to listen to get my ear tuned back into that for the creole and understand what's going on, but I'm right there now, so really appreciate you, Miss Debs, allowing this man to do his thing. And I know it's not only you, it takes a team.
The team,
Yeah.
it's like a team.
And I really appreciate seeing the team that is putting on this production. Thank you guys.
Thank you. In closing, like I said, we have so many people to thank, but of course I want to thank the Alfred Parks Memorial Committee and the entire Alfred Parks family who have, in a short space of time, have blown this race to smithereens. You understand? But the cyclists love it, the fans love it, the cyclists are, I mean, if you hear the excitement in, and the guys, you were at the shop and you see how they behave, they are looking forward for winning some of those awesome prizes. So, you know, we want to say thank you very much. I want to thank Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie and her husband,
Jackie,
right? And
yeah.
what
Stephen.
Stephen.
Asante.
Asante. I want to thank them for that beautiful, for the prizes and to my shirt.
Yeah. See one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I brought a bike down that we are going to sell and put the funds towards next year's race. That bike would have been too much for
the purpose.
For the purpose that I brought it for. It would have been a headache, and so we are just going to sell it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bike, a nice bike. Along the bike weight was about 14, I think, yeah, barely legal.
Yeah.
barely legal. Super light. Check Madon 6.9, I think, right? 6.9, yeah.
I can tell you it's not legal.
It's not legal, right? Because I feel it.
Not legal.
It's too light.
It's too light.
It's too light.
It's.
But thanks for telling me, so nobody I can.
If they put when they put
Yeah, but the heavy wheels. Or
the water bottle, not even the water bottle.
No.
When they put if they put on different cage on the bike,
yeah.
it's just right.
Or
The pedals. It depends on the pedals.
Put on irons.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
it was my bike that I just used when I went in the high mountains, and the bike has probably 300. If it has 600 miles, it has a lot. It has less than that.
It's in mint condition. So mint condition.
You know what? Skate the price here.
We're looking to get like if we can get the. Come to Mr. O'Donez's shop if you are interested to see the bike.
Yes. Yeah, you can see the bike and the price tag will be on it. Yeah.
The price tag will be on the bike
Yeah.
at Mr. O'Donez.
Yeah. So, like I said, fans, in closing, I want to thank each and everybody. Just don't thank Miss Jackie. Of course, you guys for being on the show, coming on the show. All the fans, my family. I mean, I have my sister there in the Cayman Islands who always tune in. You know, my mom there. My mom always taught me to be nice to people. You know, all our family members, all our friends. I'd like to thank my immediate family. My sons, Deande in Chicago, his wife Cher, Sagi, grandson Zaza, they're in Chicago, in Belize, Lex, Rena, Juju, Riel, and George, Rochelle, Ethan and Ian. The man feel better now, right? Ethan had one of his sick the other day, so he's up, he's doing excellent. Back to normal, back to normal. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife who always, take care of me, you know, stands behind me, you know. Like say, your wife, they're a rock, you understand? So I want to thank you. I want to say a big thank you to her. What's that? Wait, Mondo?
We were asking if we close off with the video.
Oh, okay. So, In closing, we will do, we'll show the video. John, pick it up. Try bring it up. But definitely, man, awesome. What can I say?
I just want to remind the cyclists that directly after the race, we'll have the prize presentation and the cyclist appreciation at Margarita's Sports Bar. We're just going to have one big party.
It's going to be a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I like to tell people? And I continue to sing it. I feel like I'm one of the luckiest person on the face of this earth. And I tell people, no whatever people try, you can't get animalized. You can't break me. It's like when I say, it's I do everything I love. Understand? Everything I do, I love. I mean, my life has been good. I mean, I've been through ups and downs, but my life has been good, and I enjoy life. I enjoy life. So
good. But this is, hey, it's all about having fun. You know, that's why we're doing this for fun. It's not. I want to see people grow. I know what sports, and when Rita got those scholarship for the youths, that's right down my alley because I am teaching in the US and working with youths. Yeah. So.
All right. Okay. So, but you want to play the.
Go ahead.
All right. So we sign off then.
Yeah.
So,
This is a soul fire production.
This one is for Alfred Parks. Catch the bull for me. Live on, my brother, you will live on.
Let me tell you about 1950.
This is a soul fire production.
This one is for Alfred Parks. Catch the bull for me. Live on, my brother, you will live on.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be.
Alfred Parks was always on the pace. His favorite was a cross-country race, sometimes even giving chase. A special person with humble ways. The 70s was his glory days. Floral Park, he had a phrase, catch the bull for me. He was unique in his own way, nurturing to the family in every way.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be.
Awesome person that you are, loving to the family near and far. Funny in your own special way, wishing that you were here today. My heart will be grieving, many tears will flow. Just remember, it was my time to go. God called me home to rest, because He knows best. In the days when Alfred used to ride, it seemed that he used to glide. It was sad the day I heard he died.
Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could be. Let me tell you about 1953. About someone special to me. On the road wide and free, yet so simple as one could and free. Yet so simple as one could be.